From San Francisco, California, this is the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name is Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Friday. I believe it's Friday. Could be Saturday. When you're on vacation in Africa, you lose track of the days. Too many cities, too many days, friends, as the great guy from the Cherry Pie Band said when we played with them. But it's August 30th, 2024, and that means it's day 30 of the Dog Days of Podcasting, where I attempt to do a show a day for the entire month of August, and we got 2 days left. I'm going to probably continue doing a little bit more afterwards. I'm going to try to do a full, normal Rock and Roll Geek Show. If I can figure out how to do it on the Backpack iPhone app. I'm enjoying my time here in Zambia. Let me take a sip of this fine, what is this beer called? This is a Windhoek Premium Lager, produced in Zambia, brewed and filled by Zambia Breweries Limited, Iskor Street, Windhoek. Okay, Windhoek, Zambia. It's not a local beer, but it's from somewhere in Africa. Geography, as you know, is not my forte, friends. So a couple of days ago, I posted an episode called "Find the Handicap Bathroom," and it's got a little bit of a response. And Kirk Crawford commented, friend of the show, Kirk Crawford. By the way, thank you for the Venmo donation, Kirk. I really appreciate it. You're saving my ass, because apparently they like to be tipped here. And yeah, let's just leave it at that. He says, regarding the handicap bathroom, a hunter and a fisherman and overall outdoorsman who grew up in Florida, and now you can't live without a bidet? Well, Kurt, that is true. Once you've learned the pleasures of the bidet, you cannot go back. And when I'm not near a handicap bathroom, just as an emergency situation, I bring a bottled water and a glove. I usually carry this portable bidet that screws onto the top of a bottle of water. Chris Del Grande sent me one a long time ago, and so did Dave Slusher. And I thought I packed it with me, but I did not. Case in point today, I was at this place, Victoria Falls, which is the reason everybody comes to this part of Zambia, to see one of the is it 7 or is it 10? I don't remember. One of the wonders of the world, called Victoria Falls. It's the largest waterfalls in the entire world. Let me take a sip of this fine Windhoek. There's a woman in a bikini getting out of the bathtub, and I'm not looking. Oh, that's good Windhoek. That's the first one of the day, always the best. So I was at Victoria Falls today. We were walking, and we had a guide with us, and my stomach was feeling weird. It's probably just gas. So I let the gas release, as if you get my drift. And oh boy, let's just leave it at oh boy. And so we walk all the way down to the end of the path to see Victoria Falls. And at the end, I'm going, uh-oh, I feel something coming on. So we start heading back, and I remember seeing a bathroom at the beginning of this thing, sort of the beginning, off in the distance. I made a mental note of it, because when you're my age, you're always making mental notes of where bathrooms are. So I made a mental note, and I said, well, it's all the way back at the beginning, which is a half a mile away. So we're walking back, and I could feel my stomach churning, and look around. I said, well, I could dig a hole, but if the authorities saw me digging a hole, what would happen? Or even if any tourists or other guides saw me squatting over a hole, that could be bad. And also there's baboons on this premises, as there are also hippopotamus and elephants, which, by the way, we saw like 100 elephants crossing the road today. It was pretty amazing to watch in the wild. I see elephants at the zoo all the time, but it was pretty crazy to watch them walking across the street, and there was this big iron gate that some of the iron was smashed, and the guy said it was from some elephants. Anyway, back to Victoria Falls. So we're walking back. I'm eyeing where to possibly dig a hole. I said, digging a hole's not, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna just try to hold it my best I can. So I'm getting surge after surge coming into my stomach. You know how it is this happens to everybody. We finally get to the bathroom, to where I can see the bathroom, and I told the guy, hey, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. He goes, hold on, I have to pay, because it's a pay toilets. So he has to stop and pay, and at this point, I'm gripping, and I'm like, I ain't gonna make it. So I get to the bathroom, I look, there's no handicap. Ooh, strike one. So I go in there, and it is blast off time. I almost didn't make it. I was getting ready to text Dave Slusher to reset the clock, although there's no cell reception here, and I think the reset clock is no longer happening, because I would have needed it the other day back in San Francisco, or back in the Mountain House, excuse me, when I was walking the dogs. That's another story for another time, but let's just say that one involved a complete change of clothes and a garbage can, all right? So I make it to the bathroom. There's separate stalls, thank God, but there is a sink there. But I did have a bottle of water with me and a glove, and so I pulled out the bottle of water and glove, and it was blast off time, and a complete disaster was made of the toilet. But there was a toilet brush right there. So I made a mess, completely emptied 2 bottles of water doing the makeshift bidet. Part of the bottled water was to clean the toilet edges after it was a complete blast off. Speaking of that, Mike Cranston also commented, I always download the Dog Days episodes, but I don't listen to all of them. I'm kind of sorry I listened to this one, because now I not only have to avoid Guitar Center bathroom sinks, but public bathroom sinks in general. Mike, I always do my best to clean the bathroom, to leave the bathroom in better condition than I brought it. I am a considerate user of the handicap bathroom. I'm considerate of the people that come in around me, after me, and most importantly, I'm considerate of the people who have to clean those things, because it can be gross. I've seen them gross, and I don't want to be one of those guys. So I cleaned up this bathroom quite well, the best I could, when I emptied 2 bottles of water into my hand and splashed into my gloved hand and splashed them on the back area and onto the toilet to clean the toilet, and use the scrub brush. And then I washed my hands quite well in the sink with soap and water. They did have soap in this bathroom, but it was not a fun time for your friend Michael Butler in Zambia. Getting old is fun, friends, as most of you can probably attest to, if you're the demographic, as they say, as the demo, as they say. Let me finish up this fine, what is it called? Windhoek. I got a Corona on standby here. We went to the grocery store today and got a 12-pack of Windhoek and another 12-pack of Coronas. I just can't drink the local Castle beer. I haven't found the Mossy since I've been to the airport. That was pretty good. I think that's a local beer, but I have not found it in the store, so maybe it's not a local beer. All right. So a song I'm going to close out with, Tuck Smith's album came out today. I don't know what it's called, but he put out a new song this morning. I got to tell you, friends, we're getting ready to lose him as part of the Rock and Roll Geek Friends, because he played a sold-out show last night in England, and if he's selling out all of his shows, he's going to be too big to come back on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. So Tuck Smith, if you happen to be hearing this, don't forget who helped bring you where you are, friends. And I'm taking partial credit if this album blows up, friends. I'm taking the credit. I don't know that I deserve it, but I'm going to accept the credit anyway. Also, a brand new Terror Vision song came out today, which is really good. And a brand new DAD song came out today, which is fucking fantastic. So I'm excited about new music now coming out on Friday, August 30th. So I'm going to have to do, probably eventually going to have to do a full of Rock and Roll Geek show, because I'm going to be here for the next 2 weeks. I'm loving it here, but I got to tell you, friends, I'm running out of money fast. I'm not begging or anything, but yeah, I am running out of money. Thank you for listening, friends. I really appreciate it. If you've been listening, if you listen to all these dog days, unlike Michael Cranston, I appreciate it more than I can possibly tell you, friends. And if you get any value out of this, please help your friend Michael Butler out. I know it seems like I'm rich, touring Africa, but my son Brian is paying for most of this. I'm paying for dinners and tipping people, and the tipping is, they say you don't have to tip here. That's bullshit. Bullshit, friends. Bullshit. Because as soon as I lay cash on the table, the people that work here grab it, and they're very appreciative of it. And I'm appreciative of the great service here as well at the David Livingstone Safari Lodge and Spa. I've not gone to the spa. I don't think I will be. The excursions out here to everywhere we go is like the Victoria Falls and anything else is quite expensive, and I'm going to be putting that shit on the credit card. rockandrollgeek.com, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com, Facebook R&R Geek, Twitter R&R Geek, Instagram Rock and Roll Geek Don't Ask. Thank you for listening, friends, and without your donations, as you know, this show will die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled death. From the poolside at the David Livingstone Lodge in beautiful Zambia, where we saw 2 elephants swimming across the Zambezi River this morning, or yesterday, from the pool, and we saw about 50 elephants crossing the street this morning, the dirt road, and saw several baboons as well. All right, friends, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Here's brand new Tuck Smith. This is called End of an Era.
It's my heart, I gotta make the call, but in the It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.